curious what it was like being part of such an ensemble cast. But also specifically, I know Steven Yeun had said, that he didn't want to become, he used the term a cultural ambassador, or feel like he was being defined by his identity with this role or any role that he takes. And I was wondering if you could comment on that as well, as sort of being part of this ensemble that, because it was Lee Isaac Chung's, as writer director, his mostly his real story of growing up in Arkansas. What was it like, and does that comment from Steven speak to you in terms of this not just being about, oh, it's a Korean film or it's something specific to their identity?
Yeah, absolutely. When Stephen made that comment, um, I completely understand because there's part of me that is so excited to see these stories being made about our history, about our experiences, about the experiences of immigrants, people of color. Um, but at the same time, I'm not just a Korean American, I'm a social worker, I'm a mental health clinician, I'm a foster mom. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
totally understand that struggle, the struggle with, because we don't get enough, roles or representation. And
Right.
so whenever a story that is specifically Asian American or Korean, like we jump at the chance, and it's so great to see that story being told. But but I'm not just a Korean person,
Right. Right.
and I don't need to just play a Korean immigrant, um, and yeah, and someone like Steven, oh my God, can you imagine I mean, it's so great, all the accolades the praise he's receiving right now, and I hope he wins a bunch of awards, but it's so great. But can you also imagine the pressure and the burden that,
Sure.
everyone places on you? Like, oh, the torchbearer of, Asian American actors, Korean American actors. That's a huge burden to carry. And so I get it. I get it when he says he didn't mean to become this cultural ambassador. He just wanted to make good movies, good stories. So yeah, so I get it because I feel the same way. I get considered for, mostly, you know, specifically Asian American roles. But I'm always so thrilled when it's not specifically Asian, and I go into the audition waiting room and I'm like, oh, okay, there's all colors and, um, so
Yeah.
yeah, so I understand that struggle, and it's a struggle because you're you're you want to help move forward, more representation and stuff, but then at the same time, you don't want that to be the only thing, um, and then you don't want that to be the primary thing that other people place on you to carry for them. So I get it.
Yeah.
It's a
Totally.
struggle.